Tisha B'Av is always bad, but especially this year. Tisha B'Av is the date at which the Jewish people remember various calamities that have happened, specifically the destructions of the first temple and the second temple. The story told of the destruction of the second temple isn't one of just the Romans were too powerful and the Jews of Judea started a war and lost. The Talmud in the Zakkai Gittin goes through this long story of sinat chinam, that Jews couldn't get along with each other, and that's what drove the destruction. But immediately after that story, there's a different version that really says that there were stores of food within besieged Jerusalem as the Romans laid siege to Jerusalem during the Great Revolt of 66 to 70. And there were zealots among the residents of Jerusalem who said that God is with us, and we have to just follow. We have to act with faith and follow what God would want. And they burned down the stores of food so that people wouldn't take it easy, and it resulted first in famine, and then in the Roman destruction of Jerusalem. And it is only because Rabban Yochanan ben Zakkai spoke with his nephew, Abba Zakkai, who was a leader of the Zealots, who said that told him you should pull back your friends, your colleagues. He says, I can't, they'd kill me. Rabban Yochanan ben Zakkai escaped. What does this teach us? This teaches us not just baseless hatred that causes destruction and that historically has caused the Jews to lose wars against murderous enemies. It's also extremism. It's also giving into those extremists. It's also giving into their threats. Extremists among the Jewish people. Now this, obviously, is part of the tragedy in Gaza right now. Starvation, suffering, is exactly what Hamas wants, and they are absolutely culpable. And that's a trap that Israel is foolish to fall into. Listening to the zealots in the Israeli government who have driven this policy is to fail to learn the lessons of Tisha B'Av. The Talmud teaches us that Judaism is saved when we break away and that we are threatened, and life is threatened, and God's presence is driven from the world in some meaningful sense when zealotry is listened to and when we give in to the most extreme voices among us. That's not sinat chinam. We should stand with all of the people of Israel, just like we should stand with all of humanity, and we must do so with wisdom. We must do so knowing that on this, as every Tisha B'Av, we learn that we cannot give in to extreme voices among us. God doesn't zap down solutions to us, the Talmud seems to be teaching, rather gives us the wisdom to try and pull back and treat everyone as if they're creating the image of God. I hope that for all who mark Tisha B'Av, that you have an easy fast, and if you traditionally don't mark it, it is worth marking this year as we encounter particularly a different moment in the life of the Jewish people. Shabbat Shalom.